Friends, Shrimad Bhagwat Geeta is the only scripture which teaches a person how to live. We are going to tell the essence of Shrimad Bhagwat Geeta in very short words, in which we will try to understand the divine knowledge of Shrimad Bhagwat Geeta by giving some real-life examples, so listen to this video very carefully till the end. Because only after very intensive research, as much as Shrimad Bhagwat Geeta has been understood and known by the scholars and whatever special has been learned from it, today in this video, I will share with you. Therefore, whenever you open Shrimad Bhagwat Geeta or listen carefully, you should first choose the problem related to your life, and then see, immediately you will get the solution of your problem in Shrimad Bhagwat Geeta. This is completely true. There is that amazing secret hidden inside the Shrimad Bhagavad Gita, which gives the answer to every question of yours, the solution to any problem in your life, whether it is your mental problem, money problem, physical problem, or any other problem. Be it relationships, social or practical, the solution to all those problems is found in Shrimad Bhagwat Gita. Hindu scriptures say that the entire essence of human life is contained in Gita. Shrimad Bhagwat Gita not only preaches religion but also teaches the art of living. Friends, believe it or not, but even today, many great scientific researchers of the world read Bhagavad Gita, not for any religious purpose, but because it is like a pure science book. Today, there are many theories in modern science which you can connect with what is said in the Bhagavad Gita. Friends, although Bhagavad Gita is considered a very good book for psychology, but it contains many such things about many topics like biology, physics, math, and astrology, on the basis of which big discoveries can be made, that is, discovery has been made. Today in this video, we will tell you the essence of the entire Shrimad Bhagwat Gita, in very few words, in a very short time, which can change your entire life. For this, it is important that you listen to these things mentioned in Bhagavad Gita very carefully. I believe that whoever listens carefully to these things told in Bhagavad Gita will definitely get the solution to every problem of his life. Given by Lord Sri Krishna himself, this divine knowledge, if you listen to it every morning and every night before sleeping, will gradually give you the solution to many troubles and problems that come into your life. Therefore, by watching this video, in very few words, the gist of Shrimad Bhagwat Gita is made for your convenience. If you have time, you can also watch our second video, Summary of Shrimad Bhagwat Gita, which is about 1.5 hours long. Welcome to Sagar Gyan channel. Friends, in Bhagavad Gita, Gyan Yoga, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, monotheism have been discussed very beautifully by Lord Sri Krishna. All 700 verses of which have been interpreted by many great scholars, who, in their own ways have understood and known Shrimad Bhagwat Gita. Friends, Lord Sri Krishna says whatever you have you can lose it at any time, nothing is with you forever, and if you don't have anything, it does not mean life. You will not be able to achieve anything because remember, time always changes, nothing is permanent in this world. Whatever is happening in this world is changeable, what is ours today will be someone else's tomorrow. We are troubled by what we consider as ours, and this very trouble is the root of our internal diseases. Anger is our enemy and man. What God is doing is right according to the law of creation. When man takes refuge in God, sufferings are destroyed. We should always support religion because the one who does religion, God always stands with us. Friends, Shrimad Bhagwat Gita, there is a thread between man and God through spiritual knowledge. God can be known and understood. By following the path mentioned in Bhagavad Gita, any human being can move towards his final destination. For this it is important that you listen carefully to what is told by Lord Sri Krishna, so stay with the video till the end. If you notice, we will find that the entire life of Lord Sri Krishna, from birth to death, has been like a laboratory, that is a laboratory of the real life of a human being, in which Lord Sri Krishna gave up his rights while protecting the rights of others. Friends, the knowledge that Sri Krishna has given to Arjuna in the field of Kurukshetra, standing between two armies, in such a time of great tension, is the best knowledge in this world. Friends, Arjuna is standing in the battlefield between two armies, and when Arjuna in the battlefield sees his guru, Drona, grandfather Bhishma, and other relatives, then Arjuna is grief-stricken and sad. He goes and cursing himself, being frightened, He puts down his bow and sits in the back of the chariot. Like Arjun, we ordinary humans also lose our balance in such times of great stress, feeling isolated when you lose hope in life. Then in Shrimad Bhagwat Geeta, the best things of life said by Lord Shri Krishna, which also take you out of heavy stress and pressure. What Shri Krishna is trying to explain to Arjun is that if a person in such a difficult problem tries to keep his mind calm and his mind stable, then even in the worst situation he can overcome it, can find the best solution. Friends, if you understand this statement of Lord Shri Krishna, then consider that reading or listening to Gita has been successful. Shri Krishna says, when a person in a time of great stress sits down in fear or anger, then his downfall is certain, because anger gives rise to confusion. Confusion makes the intellect anxious. When the intellect gets disturbed, then the logic gets destroyed. When the logic gets destroyed, the degradation of the person starts. This point of view of a person who sees knowledge and action as one helps him in taking the right decisions. Friends, this world also appears to you in the same way as you see it. Every person's mind is like a pair of glasses wearing, which he sees the world from the same perspective. The same event may be good for one person or bad for another person. It depends on how and from what perspective you look at that event. Must read Shrimad Bhagwat Geeta for progress in life, because for success, right attitude is required, wrong thinking is the problem in life, and right knowledge is the solution to all problems. Friends, the reins of Arjuna's chariot were in the hands of Shri Krishna. The real God was standing in front of Arjuna, yet Arjuna, being saddened by the attachment of his relatives, did not want to fight. Lord Shri Krishna says that our relationship with our relatives is only that of Pindadan, which is freed by the person by performing Shraddha, so that his soul can attain salvation. In this way, we spend our lives falling prey to the world and are unable to establish a relationship with the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. Whatever we see in front of us in this world is an illusion, but considering it as truth, we live our lives. This world is like a cinema screen, and man lives his life considering the scenes of this world as true. This world is a cinema screen that is an illusion, but man forgets this. Friends, if there is no cinema screen, there will be no picture either. Therefore this world seems completely real to every person, because this is your real life in this world. And we live our lives considering this real life as the truth. But this is not the real truth of life. Appearing to be something different from this reality is God's illusion. Man can never understand this illusion. Attachment is also one of the reasons for man's suffering. Attachment increases ignorance and problems begin in life. In Mahabharata, Dhritarashtra was so infatuated with Duryodhana that he could not even stop his son from doing wrong things. Friends, every moment we along with the earth keep revolving around the sun, but we feel that we are stable. This weapon of Maya is the noose of the magician in the form of God, with whom everything in this world is tied. If man has to come out of this weapon of Maya, then he will have to make friendship with that magician. Just as a software engineer has to be called to bring changes in the computer software, in the same way, if one has to make friends with the programmer of the universe, then one has to establish a daily relationship with God, and only then man can free himself from the illusion, can get out of bondage. But this curtain of illusion has covered the knowledge of the person, due to which demonic tendencies develop in the person, and he starts committing evil deeds. Because of such foolish people not taking refuge in God, their soul keeps wandering in the cycle of birth and death. The war of Mahabharata, every human being has to fight in his life. Unless you fight, you will not be free from this cycle of life and death. Now you must be thinking, where to fight this war. In the 13th chapter of Shrimad Bhagwat Geeta, Shri Krishna has told that this body itself is the field where every human being has to fight this war. Now this question must be coming in your mind: who do we have to fight with in our own body? There are two armies in our body. One is the army of Pandava, i.e. virtuous army, and the other is the army of Kauravas, i.e. sinful army. We have to fight with both of them. Warriors of both these armies are present in our body. Now you must be wondering how. So first of all, let's talk about Abhimanyu, a warrior of the Pandava army in our body, that is, our fearless mind. In the war of Mahabharata, Abhimanyu was an extraordinary warrior. He broke 6 out of 7 gates of the Chakravyu made by the Kauravas. and after getting trapped in this Chakravyuh, he attained martyrdom. Abhimanyu means our fearless mind present in the body, a fearless mind in which there is no fear at all, which is free from fear. The second warrior present in the body is Arjuna. Arjuna means affection, friends of man. Due to not knowing this supreme essence, most of the humans develop attachment and hatred, and leaving God aside, go towards worldly pleasures. They run and get hurt again and again. People who love things like wife, son, wealth, etc., thinking of happiness as Arjun, get trapped in the bondage of attachment and illusion and become afraid. But Arjun's love for Lord Shri Krishna is the same, that is, he has love for Lord Shri Krishna. The faith itself makes them affectionate, and the person in whose heart affection arises is Arjun. Arjun, i.e. Anurag, i.e. devotion. Man can eliminate the fear arising in his mind only through devotion. When fear is eliminated from the mind, then the mind becomes fearless, and the fearless mind is called Abhimanyu. Keep in mind that the mind is already there, but earlier there was fear in it, but Anurag made it fearless. When a person worships God, the mind is made beyond fear, meaning fear in the mind ends. But now Bhishma, i.e. illusion, has taken birth in our mind. He is the most fierce warrior in our body. In the war of Mahabharata, Bhishma is the commander of all the Kauravas, and he has the illusion that despite him, no one can take over Hastinapur, that is, there is no one more powerful than him. This illusion of man becomes the cause of his destruction. Unless man is aware of the illusion of this world, this illusion causes great destruction. But Anurag, i.e. Arjun, makes Bhishma lie down on the bed of arrows with his bow. Through dhanush, i.e. meditation, when the devotee removes his illusions, he becomes very powerful. But then the human mind, drona meaning duality, which is very cunning, deceitful, it makes our mind fall into the trap of its Chakravyuh. Will trap me and end it? Friends, as long as man feels that he is separate from God, this is called duality. It is very conspiratorial. It creates different arrays and man gets trapped in its maze. As in its Chakravyuh, Abhimanyu, i.e. the fearless mind, gets trapped and is killed. Dvaita will eliminate it. Drona's son Ashvathama, that is attachment, which lasts till the end of life, that is, attachment is immortal. Attachment to any object is attachment. It cannot be killed, but it can definitely be deactivated. Due to attachment, ignorance, i.e. attachment, arises, which is present in our body in the form of Dhritarashtra. Due to Dhritarashtra, i.e. ignorance, attachment arises from Duryodhana, and this attachment is the king of all. This remains the most powerful in the war going on inside the human being. But when man does good deeds with Dharma, then God stands with those who follow the path of Dharma, i.e. Arjuna, or Anurag, appears inside man, then Shri Krishna himself from the inner soul guides him. Is born in the heart, inspires to fight this sinful army and gives victory in it. Friends, man has got many means of enjoyment on this earth, but when he, being bored with them, that is realizing his impermanence, calls out to God and comes to the shelter of Shri Krishna, then God has to listen to his call. It falls. Lord Shri Krishna says, O Arjun, the devotee who has recognized God is a knowledgeable devotee. Such a devotee is very dear to God. Such a devotee does not want anything else except God. He gets God's selfless love needed. This is what Gita wants to explain to us. That is why Gita was given to all of us, otherwise it would have been limited to Arjun only. Remember that the meaning of Bhagavad Gita is at the level of mind. It is a universal text. Its place is above any particular religion. It is relevant to every human life in every time and place. The message of Lord Shri Krishna not only guides our personal and social lives, but also leads to our spiritual upliftment and union with God, the ultimate goal of our existence. We sit considering Mahabharata as a story, whereas we all have to fight this war. We all have to end that attachment. Man's pain, compassion, lost mind, when he wanders in search of happiness. When a man listens to the summary of Shrimad Bhagwat Geeta, then the precious words of Gita said by Lord Shri Krishna become the support of your nights. Do it and you don't even know when she tells you to sleep. Friends, we hope that you would have liked this summary of Gita given by us. If you liked the video, then like and subscribe it wholeheartedly. Do not forget, Radha Radha Shri Krishna.